Custom Tones recently released its long-awaited Ethos Clean Fusion Deluxe OD preamp, designed to incorporate 15 years of valued customer feedback. This versatile two-channel preamp pedal is inspired by the iconic Fender Deluxe Reverb and the much-sought-after Dumble Overdrive Special. The CFD is feature-rich while remaining old-school knob-turning friendly. This manifests itself in the CFD's straightforward and intuitive analog user interface. Multiple integration applications include the following: as a guitar pedal in the effects signal chain, as a direct interface for front-of-house mixing or recording, finally, as a preamp for a dedicated power amp or into the power section of an existing guitar amplifier. Throughout this video, we will endeavor to explore the engineered versatility of the Clean Fusion Deluxe. However, in most of this video, you will hear the CFD as a standalone preamp into an Ethos-powered 112 guitar cabinet that is simply mic'd. Unless otherwise noted, the only effect will be the onboard reverb of the CFD. Let's have an introductory listen and then dive right in. The Fender Voice Clean channel is patterned after the most recorded amp in history, the AB763 Deluxe Reverb. The Clean channel shares the same topology as the venerable Deluxe Reverb. However, it has a separate gain knob and a channel volume. This allows you to set the gain to higher values to push the power amp emulation into some overdrive and compression, then adjusting the overall volume with the channel volume. Again, this is not just overdriving a preamp stage, it is overdriving the Deluxe power amp emulation to capture the smooth sag of the Deluxe. Let's set the Strat up with a high headroom, completely clean sound, and the Tele with a bit of the amp emulation with the gain knob to soften it up. Let's have a listen. Plate reverb sounds fantastic. Both channels have reverb level knobs that function the same, but are independent. The reverbs are really clean and smooth and have no audio artifacts. On the bottom of the preamp is an adjustment for the reverb dwell time. It comes from the factory set to 12 o'clock, but I will set it to maximum dwell time and dime the reverb level knob so we can give a listen to the trails. The D channel is voiced after the famous Skyliner Dumble Overdrive Special. It also sports the same topology as that amp. Starting with the preamp volume, bass, middle and treble tone controls, and finally the master volume. Rob has combined the bright mid and jazz rock switches that appear on the Overdrive Special into the accent switch. The rock mode is now always engaged. The up position is mids, center is off, and down is bright. The gain switch provides 2 levels of gain. The up position is high gain and down is low gain. It should be noted that the D channel can be dialed in to some very nice clean tones as well. The HRM EQ is voiced to sound similar to a Marshall tone stack. The HRM circuit is located post both channels. It includes a boost control that provides 0 to 15 dB of boost. It can be added to the clean channel to dial in the sound of a sparkly twin reverb, the throaty girth of a super reverb, or even the chime and jangle of an early Vox amp. Since it is post each channel's gain, it is great for fine-tuning drive tones. Setting the HRM EQ flat looks like this: bass and treble off, mids full up. We'll have a listen to both the clean and dirty channels together. Afterwards, we can delve into the master section and explore some of the CFD's versatile functionality. master section is used to tailor the output to suit the destination source. It can be optimized for going into the front of a guitar amp, or into the power section of a guitar amp, or direct to front of house, or direct to a recording device via the speaker SIM output, or into a power cabinet, or even combinations of destination sources. It even has a headphone output for late-night practice sessions. The HRM select switch assigns the HRM EQ to one or both channels when the HRM foot switch is engaged. The present switch selects 3 modes of post-channel high-frequency boost. Up is high boost, in the center is off, and down is high cut. It's used to tailor the high end for your destination source and is quite effective when used in conjunction with the channel high cut knob. The bottom switch selects 3 modes of post-channel low-frequency boost. Up is high boost, center is off, and down is low boost. If you want a low-end boost, this circuit provides it. If you want a tight low-end response to your tone, you can select one of the bottom boost settings and turn down the bass controls of the channel. The bottom switch circuit is good for adding the low-end thump of a speaker cabinet. The guitar amp compensation, or GAC switch, is a 3-mode switch that is used to make your setup more flat band to emulate a power amp. Most guitar amps' tone stack have a notch frequency response, typically affecting the mids. The GAC circuit fills that notch to obtain a flatter response. There are 3 modes to the GAC circuit. Up is off, in the center is high, and down is low fill. For example, if your amp has a pronounced notch, you would set the GAC switch to the center position. If it has a more subtle scoop to the mids, you would set it to down. If you are already going into a power amp, front of house, or a recording interface, you would set the GAC switch to up. As if there weren't enough tonal tricks up the Clean Fusion Deluxe's sleeve, there's the preamp boost switch for the D channel. When the foot switch is engaged, it bypasses the tone stack for a mids and volume boost. I have been using an Ethos OD preamp and Ethos powered cabinets for my amplifier live rig for about 8 years now. You can probably see my original preamp in the background of this video. When I saw Custom TOANZ's latest creation, I couldn't order one fast enough. They have totally outdone themselves with this design. I will finally retire and, more importantly, stop carrying my faithful deluxe reverb. The Clean Fusion Deluxe is now the core of my wet dry wet amp rig. It's a bit serendipitous that the speaker in my speaker cabinet we have been listening to is a Celestion G1265 Heritage Series, which is a reissue of the speaker the CFD SIM is designed to emulate. Let's hear an example of the speaker SIM output direct into a recording interface. Truly in a golden age of guitar tech, and it has a tendency to lead us to focus on gear and to chase tones instead of just playing. Remember the joy of just playing? When you can find a tool that is simple enough to get a great sound out of, yet versatile enough to deliver that sound in any situation you might find yourself in, well, it's one less thing you need to worry about. Custom TOANZ Ethos Clean Fusion Deluxe. Functionality, versatility, simplicity, and above all, sounds that are absolutely second to none. Many thanks to Steve Allsworth and Elevated Jam Tracks for allowing me to use their music. Be sure to visit their fantastic channels. Links can be found below in the info tab. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notifications icon for future videos.